Hi everyone, my name is Erin with Half Acre Happy, and today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make raw butter with a stand mixer and raw milk. Alright, let's get started.
Okay, what you'll need is a stand mixer with the whisk attachment, raw heavy cream, a spatula for scraping, a jar of ice water, an old t-shirt, a ladle or a bent spoon, and any kind of airtight container where you want to store your butter. First, what we'll do is ladle off the cream from the top of the raw milk. Every week when I pick up my gallon of raw milk, it usually has been sitting in the fridge at the farm for a day or two. So it already has a cream line, or the cream has risen to the top. At this point, the cream at the top is more like the consistency of half and half. When I bring it home, I pour all of that cream into a jar and leave it in the fridge. After leaving it for a few days, it will separate even more, and you'll be left with the heavy cream at the top. So when I'm ready to make butter, I ladle all of the heavy cream off of the top and into the stand mixer bowl. Now I leave it for about 20 minutes to bring it up to room temperature. The colder the cream is, the longer it will take to separate the butter. After about 20 minutes, I raise my bowl up and place the old t-shirt over the mixer, ensuring that there aren't any holes for liquid to escape, and make sure that the shirt is taut and not falling into the bowl. Otherwise, the shirt will get caught in the mixer and it's a pain to unwrap. I speak from experience. The shirt acts as a guard so you won't get splashing buttermilk everywhere. Then you'll turn on your mixer and one by one get your mixer up to top speed. The process usually takes about 10 to 15 minutes of mixing to fully separate the fat from the buttermilk. Depending on the mixer you have, you might have to give it a break to cool down. I know that mine is done when I start seeing the shirt getting a little wet. This means the fat has separated from the buttermilk and it's splashing onto the shirt. You'll then turn off the mixer and take off the shirt. Usually, most of the fat is stuck to the whisk. The easiest way I find to get it off is to just bang it on the side of the bowl. You'll then use your spatula and start pulling the fat onto the side of the bowl. Once you get most of the fat separated, you can start folding it over and squeezing it to get out any extra buttermilk. The goal is to have the least amount of liquid in your butter. This will make it last longer and be more of the butter consistency. You can then pour your buttermilk into a separate container. I have another video on dehydrating buttermilk, which I will link in the description. This makes storing buttermilk way easier and you don't have to worry about it going bad before you use it. So now what we'll do is push the butter into the bottom of the bowl and add half of your ice water. You just want the water to cover the butter. If your water still has ice in it, make sure to strain that out before putting it in. Now we're going to put the bowl back in the mixer and cover it with the shirt again. This time, you only need to put it up to speed 4 or 5. Any more than that, and the water will just be splashing out of the bowl, and you'll end up heating up the butter, which is the opposite of what we're trying to do. You also only need to let it run for a couple minutes. This is the process of cleaning the butter. The cold water helps to firm up the fat and expel more of the buttermilk. So after a couple minutes, we'll take it out and repeat the process again. Pushing the butter to the side of the bowl and squeezing out the water. This water doesn't need to be saved, you can just dump it out. You'll want to repeat this process until the water runs clear, meaning that there isn't any more buttermilk left. I usually do it 2 or 3 times. After the water runs clear, keep pushing the butter into the side of the bowl to make sure there isn't any water hiding between the fat. When finished, use your spatula to scrape out your butter into your desired container. I love these containers and I will link the ones I have in the description. At this point, you can either leave the butter plain or add salt or flavor it with cinnamon or garlic and herbs. I typically just add sea salt. You can use raw butter the same way that you use regular butter, but my favorite way to use it is spread on homemade sourdough toast, so you can really taste the flavor. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again next time.